So Genesis starts by saying, in the beginning. And that got me thinking, wait a minute, is that really the beginning? And I ask this because if we think about it, right, God is eternal, which means that he has no beginning and he has no end. So technically, God was before the beginning, right? The beginning that we're seeing in Genesis. It's kind of like, for me, anime started at Dragon Ball Z, right? Because that was the first time that I experienced an anime. So for me, that's where the start of anime started. But in reality, there had been quite a few other animes before Dragon Ball Z. But then I started thinking, hold up, in verse 14 it says the following. Then God said, let there be light in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years, which means that time started at creation. It started at the beginning. So really, before this point, there is no notion of time. There is no beginning and there is no end because all you have is God, and God is eternal. So I guess when Genesis says in the beginning, then it really is the beginning because that is the beginning of time. Maybe. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments how many of you guys have thought about this and what conclusions have you come to when it comes to this verse. And that also got me thinking about humanity. We were created within time, which means that we will never be able to fully understand eternity. And since God is eternal, I don't think that we will ever be able to fully understand God. And it makes sense why we have such a tough time understanding a God that is eternal, because we have never experienced eternity. And fun fact, as I was growing up as a kid, when I thought about heaven and when I thought about eternity, it seemed to me to be very scary because I couldn't comprehend, and I still can't comprehend, like, what are you going to be doing in eternity? But the problem here is that I am thinking about eternity in the concept of time. And as we know, eternity exists outside of time because God also exists outside of time. Anyways, these are my thoughts. I know it's a little bit of a ramble, but let me know in the comments what you think. And as always, I just want to remind you that we must persevere.